Whew, you take a day off because there's only so much you can do day after day after day of watching these. It was good. There's still 19 other ones after this one to go through. I got 8 days to go. So where do we come back to? Alright, Turkey. Hi, my name's Sebastian, this is Vision Denial and the Road to MSI, where I'm going to watch all 12 regions participating's playoff series. Including that one. And this one here. And I'm not going to lie, this one is rough. It was definitely not my favorite. We got over here 1907 Fenerbahçe versus SuperMassive. This was a 5-game series, a reverse sweep. I believe our first reverse sweep. We just had to go through 57 series to do it. 57? Are we at 57 already? Wow. Does the time fly? Nice. Nice. Yeah. Anywho, no, this is by far one of my least favorite playoff series. And the primary thing is something I don't think I've had to hit on very hard. I kind of pass it on briefly. But Fenerbahçe played the same composition 5 games in a row. Sure, not the same champions, but the same kind of composition every time. The variance between the two is whether or not it had good engage or not so good engage. And I reminisce, if I was to say, was not a big fan of such a thing. But, we're here. They won. Congratulations. They get to go to the finals. Nice. That being said, I'm going to go talk about some of the things I liked, because there's a lot that I don't like about this series, but there's some things that are pretty decent. One, vision game is pretty okay on both sides. I preferred Fenerbahçe's over SuperMassive's, because SuperMassive, unfortunately, doesn't do their vision efficiently. They'll have okay coverage, or they will have none. And the times they do have okay coverage for vision coverage, it is placed, and then they leave the area, and then don't do anything with the area that they put vision with. And that's almost, if not worse, than if you were to just go to an area, place vision, and clear out the enemy wards, leave, and let them do the same thing, and then come back to the same place. You're literally placing vision where no one's going to be, where nothing about that area's information is going to help you, and you don't stay in the area long enough for it to become effective over time. And so it just wasted gold. And this is a thing that frequently happens at all 5 games. Their team fighting is pretty good. I prefer Supermassive's approach to team fighting a lot more. Unfortunately, they both pick weird moments to engage, and so it's a game of who can punish more than the other. Major difference being that Supermassive makes less mistakes when engaging in a team fight. That doesn't stop the fact that they make still enough mistakes for Fenerbahçe to get back in a reverse sweep. What else? Oh yeah, Fenerbahçe keeps having their players are still pretty high skill expression, and those are fun. I like seeing a little bit of showmanship. It's fun, even if it's not always the highest quality games. Knowing that the players are of high skill is always a treat to watch. It was fun. It's too bad the decision making is not great, but them's the ropes. Things that I don't like, guys. You could be picking simpler compositions, Fenerbahçe. You could be, like, immensely. Why are you not picking simpler compositions? It feels like you don't have to rely on 1-3-1 and then just not use it as 1-3-1. You don't play to your win condition. I mean, neither team plays to their win condition, but not playing to your win condition as a 1-3-1 composition means that you're more prone to punishes. And you're more prone to being outscaled or out-executed because the enemy team put a simpler composition. This happened a couple of times against Supermassive. You lost your first 2 games this way. It's not okay. Yeah. Yeah, the first two games, Supermassive picked compositions that were much simpler, and then they got more complicated compositions as they went on, due to cockiness, I imagine, and then proceeded to try to beat you again and again and again at the same composition type that you had, but being more and more complicated to the point where literally game 5 is both of them doing 1-3-1 compositions with an engage option. Nope, wasn't fan of it. It's really bad. I've joked about purgatory in some of the other series, um, and unfortunately, this is the worst form of purgatory. This is the one where one team literally does everything the same, and yet somehow the team that won learns less. They actually lose knowledge. How do you lose knowledge? How does this happen, guys? How? Please explain to me. That being said, credit where credit's due. Fenerbahçe, when they have Baron, are very efficient with it. Uh, all 3 games that they won thanks to a Baron, and not necessarily because they set it up, because they beat them. They beat Supermassive in a team fight, and then they had the chance, got the Baron, and were able to push it properly. One game, the Baron wasn't as efficient as the other two, but they still close out the games quickly enough. The fact that they're Baron dependent to do so is not a good sign to me, but they do good Baron plays, so you can't fault them at the level that they're playing at. And honestly, I wish they would have better team fights, but I think that it makes up for the fact that they know how to use Barons, they know how to punish, and that their players individually have pretty high skill expression. Just the coordination seems very off and not gelled. But, maybe the finals will show otherwise. I just hope that they put more flexibility into the drafts. That's all I care for when they get to the finals. That alone, I think, will make a world of difference going forward. And then I have to just keep going to the conversation of the things that I've been talking about since, I believe, the 52nd episode of this series. What does the floor look like versus the ceiling? And honestly, if I'm not impressed with this ceiling, and the ceiling and the floor were so close to begin with, in fact, the floor could have surpassed the ceiling. One, it makes it really easy to tell what the quality level they will be playing at in international. That's fun. And there's a lot to go off here, right? The unfortunate side effect is that their decision making in game, their execution, and their ability to play the win conditions are not strong, but they have a good understanding of how to use vision, apply it properly. Their neutral objective setup is wonky. It's here or there. It really depends on the gold lead. So improve that if you can. But they have good use of wave manipulation. They have good Baron plays. They have solid team fighting, and their individual players are have high skill evaluation or skill expression. So you have a mixture of pretty solid stuff and a mixture of not so solid stuff. And it's different for Turkey because Turkey is always on that that border, that cusp of either being a tier 3 region or a tier 2 region. Some years they're a tier 2 region, some years they're a tier 3 region. And I've never seen them be so bad that they're going to be tier 4. But I've only seen them steadily decline, like the region steadily decline in quality. And I don't know why. I don't know enough about the region itself outside of watching their playoff series for me to know why, for some reason, that since 2016, their region's quality in international play and even their playoffs has slowly declined over time. Beats me. But who knows? Maybe the next playoff series that they have, I believe, is Galatasaray's versus Istanbul Wildcats. Who knows? Maybe the Istanbul Wildcats will surprise me. It's all a mystery to me at this point. But I want to see something different outside of the repetitive team composition use, limited understanding of how to approach their win conditions, and unfortunately poor decision making and lack of cohesive play, despite how good the other things are. Hey, it's just the truth, you know? You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Next up, we're heading towards Europe for the semifinals of G2 versus Rogue. Nice. We're approaching steadily another final soon, and two more for the Latin American one, but one step at a time. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, guys.